get kicked out, just come back. So now it says it's recording, but I think you're muted.
Oh, I think my other person is removed because I joined from Canvas and then I wanted to join from the app because I prefer the app because I think it doesn't glitch as much for me. So I think I was still in it.
Awesome. Okay, so what are some of examples? A lot of you said academic goals are goals we could set during our mindful minute. What a sweet dog. I want to pet. What are examples of some academic goals that we could set during a mindful minute?
Try not to have any missing assignments.
Awesome. Go ahead, Matea. You raised your hand, sweetie.
Maybe to think about what you can do to improve yourself.
Ooh, I love that, Matea. Snap, crackle, pop, and I'm going to add props. That's awesome. Good job. Did you want to add something, Addison? Or are you good? Oh, Grace, you want to add something?
I was just going to add, think about getting in all your work.
Awesome. Grace, what would you like to add?
Well, if you're stressed about something, you can, think about other things and you don't have to think about the thing you're stressed about.
Yes, a great technique is if you just want to think about something that isn't school related, I would encourage you to take a 3-breath inhale. So you inhale for 1, 2, 3. You hold it for 1, 2, 3, and then see if you can exhale for 4 or 6. That's a really good exercise to try. So let's take a mindful minute. All right, excellent job, guys. So let's see. I wanted to review a little bit. Let me get my camera on. Awesome. Hey, I wanted to review a little bit of the character guide, and I wanted to show you something that I had created to hopefully make it a bit easier for you. So if you go to today's module, I added just an extra, annotation, or it's just kind of like a guide, to help you find textual evidence. So I titled it, Need Help Finding Textual Evidence for Your Characterization Assignment? Click here. So let's see. If you click it, it is a PDF, and it's the same PDF as what you will be writing on, except I gave page numbers for where you can find evidence, and I also put a reminder for how to cite your evidence. So for the example, if you're looking for evidence that shows Scrooge's character through his actions, I put the pages and I put the date that we read them. So most of this you can actually find from what we read yesterday. And I believe that every piece of evidence or every page number that I put for this, was from yesterday versus what we're going to read today. So you can use other pages. You don't have to use these pages, but if you're struggling, you can look on those pages and you can kind of narrow down your search. Remember, you only need one piece of evidence for each. Now, Matea, you said you had a question. How can I help you, sweetie?
For yesterday's assignment, right?
Yeah, so this is yesterday's assignment. This is just like the key, but I think it'll look, yeah, this is the blank one. But you're gonna turn it in today. So it was started yesterday. It's due tonight at midnight. But did you have a question on it, Matea?
Yeah, I did. Well, I thought you talked about it yesterday, but I don't remember what you said because it like glitched at that time. But for the find textual evidence for what he looks like, I didn't know what to talk about or say because
Sure.
he doesn't really, or no one really talks about what he looks like.
Sure, I agree, Matea. It is difficult to find that piece of evidence because really there's only one place in the text that shows that. So in the key, I put the page. It's on page 432. So in that key, that like the key, the annotation guide, whatever you want to call it, that I uploaded today, it's on page 432. And I'll show you, oops, I got logged out of the book. I'll show you in the text exactly what paragraph it is, okay?
Am I allowed to copy that now?
Yeah, for sure.
Or no?
So you don't have to, it's like a pretty big paragraph. So when you're citing textual evidence, I don't need it to be more than like 2 sentences. Some students go above and beyond and they cite like the whole paragraph. You can do that, but we call that in English a block quote if it's like 5 or more sentences, and I don't need it to be that long. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
only need it to be like 1 to 2 sentences max. If you want to do 3, maybe 3, but it shouldn't be more than that. So yeah.
Then can I put like at least like 2 sentences of what he looks like in there, but not like the whole thing, right? Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah, so you can even just use 1 sentence. You don't need a ton. Let me make my page a dual page and I'll make it bigger for you to see.
Miss Finner,
Yeah.
my book wasn't working and the pages like aren't in the modules, so
I'll show you 2 on the PDF. Do you want me to do that as well?
like I just wanted like maybe the pages like in the modules because my book wasn't working. So I was just because it was just gonna be hard for me to cite them like while you were going through everything. So I was just wondering like if the pages were on the module.
So I don't have the PDF. I have the PDF pages in the module, but I don't have the PDF pages in the key. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like I just want like the actual stuff that we were reading like in the module, like if it was in there.
It's in there. I'll show you. Let me show her this first, and then I'll show you, okay? So Matea, this is on page 432. I'm going to make this a bit bigger. So this is 432 in the text. And in this paragraph up here at the very top of 432 is where you can find lots of evidence on what he looks like. For example, it says he is a squeezing, wrenching, gasping, scraping, clutchy, covetous old sinner. He is as solitary as an oyster. So those are more personality, but here's what he actually physically looks like. It says, the cold within him freezes his old features. So it means that he is so cold-hearted and so miserable and bitter and miserly that it extends outwardly through his physical appearance. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it says that that his cold personality nips. And again, this is some personification, right? Because we're giving a human-like or we're giving a quality, maybe not a human-like quality, but we're giving qualities to something that is not tangible that we can touch. So we're giving his cold personality. We're saying that that cold heart nips at his pointed nose. So he has a pointed nose and it shrivels his cheeks. So he's like, and he has a stiff gait. So a gait is how you walk. He has a stiff gait. So he's like, because he's such a cold-hearted person that he doesn't have like life in him. Does that make sense? His eyes are red. He has thin blue lips and he speaks out shrewdly in a grating voice. Okay, does that help you, Matea?
Yeah, and for the one word character trait, can I just put like cold-hearted?
Yeah, so what you can do is if you go back to Canvas, you have a huge list of all different character traits, right, in the assignment. So if you click on the assignment in today's module and you scroll to the bottom, you have such a long list of traits. You have these that are mean, these that are negative. If you scroll down, here's 175 traits, and you can use any of these. As long as you can explain in your own words how your piece of evidence supports your character trait, you're good, okay?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I'll show you, Kyle. Let's look at the PDF, and then we'll start reading. This is awesome, though. This is really good stuff, guys. So the PDF, I believe, was in Monday's module. Yes. It says having trouble accessing your textbook. Click here. Gotta wait for it to load. Perfect. Okay. So looking at the PDF, I'm going to scroll a bit.
Is this like everything that's in the Carol?
Yes. This is, see how it's from the book? How it's like just a scanned copy of the book?
Yeah, I was wondering though, because it only said Act 1.
Yeah, you're correct. We're not reading Act 2 until later on, okay? So
Okay.
Act 1, Scenes 1, which is here, and Scene 2, we read yesterday, but today, so that's all it's to. It's kind of long. And then today, we are reading
3 and 4.
3 and 4. And then tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, pardon, it's an e-learning day. Tomorrow, we're reading Scene 5, okay? So we're still going to be in Act 1 until next week. We'll start Act 2, or on Friday, I believe we'll start Act 2. I think that's what I put in the agenda.
Okay.
And then when it comes up, I will put it in, you know what I mean, for you. And then Kyle, you can just use these page numbers in this edition to cite your evidence, okay?
That's what I was doing yesterday.
Perfect. So let's find, are you looking for that part then? Of how he looks, correct?
Oh no, I already did that one.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering like where to find it.
Yep. So yeah, it's a little confusing because we broke our play down, remember, in our Elements of Drama assignment by acts and then scenes.
Yeah.
So we are only still in Act 1, but we're on today. We're going to start reading Scene 3, and then we'll go to Scene 4.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone have any other questions before we start our reading about your assignment or anything like that? So when we're done reading today, you will have some independent work time to work on it. I'll ask you to share your screen and show student examples, or if you need help, I can help you. But yeah, we'll just continue on. Questions for me? I'm going to stop recording. That was awesome, guys. Great questions. Yes, stop recording.